There were a lot of five stars making plays for the Georgia Bulldogs this past Saturday as they cruised to an easy 40-13 win over South Carolina at home in Savage Stadium. And there were a lot of five-star prospects in the stands watching it all go down. And of course, that's what this video is all about. There's a big story on Dog Post right now with quotes from players, commits, targets, 2023 kids, five stars. They're all there in the story, so make sure you go and read that. But I did want to drop by and talk about a little bit of that with y'all as well. There were so many talented kids in the 22, 23, and even the 24 class that were there. And of course, all the latest is on Dog Post. But, let's jump in right now. The first big recruit to talk about, of course, five-star quarterback Arch Manning, the nephew of Peyton and Eli Manning, the grandson of Archie Manning. He's got the last name. He's got the talent, the number one prospect in the country in the 2023 class. He's not a senior in high school right now. He's just a junior, so there's still a little bit of time here before he makes it to the college level. But this kid is obviously a big, big deal, and he was in Athens. And from everything I've heard, sources close to the program and close to Arch say that Georgia's absolutely in the mix. I'm not ready to say that they lead or anything like that, but they're definitely a team that I think could get an official visit down the road. And I heard the Georgia staff kind of rolled out the red carpet for them, made sure they were at home, had all their questions answered, all of that. So I do think Georgia's absolutely in the mix here. You can't rule out Alabama, where they just turn out quarterbacks left and right. Clemson is in the mix. Texas is in the mix. Ole Miss, of course, in the mix. I don't know if Lane Kiffin's going to be there in 2 or 3 years. I don't know if Dabo is righted the ship or if his program is kind of going in the trajectory that it is right now. If Texas is not back under Sark in 2 to 3 years, I kind of don't see that as a real option. So I absolutely think Georgia's in this, and that's what people have told me too. So he was the big guy, and from everything I've heard, everything went extremely well. There were also two in-state guys committed to other schools who were in town. One of them was Jake Pope, the three-star defensive back out of Buford High School, committed to Alabama over Georgia and a few others. Will Muschamp was at his game last Friday night to watch him play. And he's been in Athens for 2 straight weekends now. He's got a lot of friends that are at Georgia. They hang out at Georgia and do their thing in downtown Athens. And, of course, he lives in easy driving distance, about an hour, 45 minutes, Buford to Athens. So he's there a good bit, but everything I've been told is that he's a strong Alabama commitment right now. We'll see how things go over the next few months, though. Another guy that I think could be on flip watch, September 21st? I'm putting Kojo Antwi, 4-star wide receiver committed to Ohio State, on flip watch. I think Georgia has a much better chance with him than people realize. So late September, I'm calling it Kojo Antwi. Very good chance, solid chance, I guess, that he makes the flip to Georgia at some point. I don't think it's in a week, a month, maybe close to signing day, but I think the Bulldogs are in this more than people think, although he is committed to Ohio State and chose them over Georgia, Alabama, Texas A&M, and a few others. So I thought Alabama could have snagged him at the end. I thought Georgia was behind a couple other schools when he made his commitment, but from everything I'm hearing, he had a great weekend. Georgia continues to push for him. And if he decides to open things back up, I think Georgia's probably going to be the team to beat moving forward. So something to keep an eye on. Oscar Delp was there, 4-star tight end. I think he makes a decision in mid-October, and I still like Georgia's chances. Pierce Spurlin was back, 2023 tight end commit, 6'6", 220, had 13 catches, 318 yards, and 5 touchdowns in his high school game at South Walton in Florida last weekend. Dude is an elite pass catcher. I mean, Georgia's tight end room should be one of the best, if not the best in the country over the next few years with the guys that they're bringing in. Reuben Owens, 5-star running back from Texas. I think there's a Georgia-Texas battle, former Longhorn commitment. I like where Georgia sits right now. Justice Haynes, an elite running back from Blessed Trinity. He just rushed for 300 yards at 5 touchdowns against Eagles Landing Christian, one of the top private school programs in the state of Georgia. Justice Haynes is the real deal. His dad, Veron Haynes, made the game-winning catch against Tennessee in 2001, hobnail boot, so he's a legacy. Dude is the real deal. He is fantastic, one of my favorite players in the state. He was there. Braden Joyner, 4-star offensive lineman from Alabama, Georgia really likes. I think Georgia likes him a lot too, or he likes Georgia a lot. Ernest Greene, big 4-star offensive lineman from St. John Bosco Prep out in California. He was in Athens July 31st for an unofficial visit. Made sure to come back this weekend for his official visit. I think they're going to be battling out Ohio State, Texas A&M, and a few others. But I like where Georgia sits right now for the massive, like 6'5", 320-pound interior offensive lineman. That's what they need. That's kind of where their weakness is right now on the team, is that interior offensive lines position. And this guy is massive out of California. I think Georgia got into the ball game late, along with other programs who offered this spring and summer. But he's quickly become one of their top targets. And again, they've had him on campus twice since the last day of July. So from everything I'm hearing, Georgia sits in an excellent position for him, and I think he makes a decision or a commitment in October. So he's definitely a guy to keep an eye on. Malachi Starks, 5-star athlete, defensive back. He was hanging out with Jalen Walker, the 4-star linebacker, the entire time. Those guys were trying to meet and introduce themselves to every recruit on the sideline. They are doing mad work on the recruiting show. Georgia fans are going to like what they have to offer, both on the field and what they're doing right now in recruiting, because those dudes love the University of Georgia. So they were doing work. Kristin Miller, 4-star defensive lineman from Cedar Grove. I think Georgia is trending with him. He's going to make a decision, I believe, in January at the All-American Bowl. If I had to make a decision today, it would be Georgia for him. So, just a loaded group. I've got quotes from Malachi Starks, Jalen Walker, Griffin Scroggs, Oscar Delp, Tony Mitchell, Reuben Owens, Michael Doherty, 4-star defensive back from Grayson. Lots of quotes. They're all over on Dog Post, so make sure you go get all the details, all the quotes, exactly what these dudes were saying, what their favorite part of the visit was, what recruits they talked to. We've got all that good stuff over there. But Marcus Washington, another Georgia legacy, one of the fastest players in the state of Georgia, 4-star DB commit in the 23 class. He's an excellent player as well. It was a loaded group for sure. Dylan Bell, 3-star wide receiver, was in from Houston. He's a commitment. He was on his official visit. The talent was there, and they got to see a really good ball game. And I know all the defensive guys there. They talked to me about how fast Georgia's defense was, how it's the best in the country, this and that. So Georgia's play on Saturday night really impressed them. It wasn't just the lights, the fourth quarter show, the atmosphere, the fans. They love all that part. But to watch Georgia come out with all the 5-stars they've signed in the past and just run through, kind of a bad South Carolina team. I think they're going to improve over Shane Beamer, but they're definitely a work in progress. But Georgia handled them big time, and especially defensively. They were making a lot of hits, making plays. I know the defensive guys in the stands really took notice to that. So big deal all the way around. Georgia's in a good spot with Arch Manning. Might be able to flip 4-star wide receiver Kojo Antwi. And overall, I think they are trending in the right direction for a lot of their 2022 targets. So definitely pushing for a top 5 class in 22. And if they close strong, it could be a top 3 class when all is said and done. Make sure you go check out and read all those notes on the story that I mentioned over on Dog Post. You can try it today for just $1. Best deal on the internet, in my opinion. So go check that out, guys. Thanks for watching this video as always. Stay tuned to the next one coming up right now. I'll see you over on the website.